And once again, it's time for the Sarah and Vinny Morning Show to peak for the week. Yeah! It's your Persian lion, Hooman, and the sexiest comedian in the Bay Area, Rudy Ortiz.
Rico.
Nice new intro.
Suave.
Yeah, I just made it 2 minutes ago. So
Excellent.
begging
Very
away.
accurate. Very accurate.
Do you miss Return of the Mac?
I miss Return of the Mac, but Gerardo is a very close second right there.
Is there an exit to this intro? Like,
No, it fades
No,
out.
the
that's
exit
it,
is you
that's
right
it.
there. Just
Brand.
all right,
It's me just
everyone.
ripping my shirt off. That's what it is.
Welcome to another fantastic movie review segment. But before we get to the movie review, the San Francisco Film Festival is happening right now.
Oh, boy, oh,
It
boy.
started. Tomorrow night, there's going to be a special tribute with John C. Reilly at the Castro. So I put a link on the Sarah and Vinny Facebook page if you want to get tickets or attend. I think there's a few seats left. All right, everybody. Here's your review of a film called Hellboy.
Oh, yeah.
Stars Ian McShane and Sarah's best friend in the whole world, Milla Jovovich.
Oh,
yeah.
I was surprised
I
to
know
find out
Milla.
that you guys were friends.
Or not.
Not
Yeah,
only friends,
she
but
had her
best
phone
friends.
number and they hung out and
Oh, wow.
everything.
They even texted once.
Uh-huh.
No, it was before texting.
Someone
snap.
told me they made out one time.
Oh, snap.
That
Okay.
also is not true.
That would have made the movie better.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
So in this film, King Arthur and Merlin defeat the evil Blood Queen. That's Milla.
Right.
In,
Oh, she's the evil blood queen.
Yeah.
The evil
Hot.
Blood Queen.
in 514 AD. So in 2019, there's this giant pig who wants revenge on Hellboy. So the pig, his mission is to reassemble the body parts of the Blood Queen.
The pig?
Yeah, there's a giant
There's a
pig.
giant pig.
And it's
And
it's
he's mad
like
at-
high
he-
functioning?
He's
Yeah.
cursed. He's cursed, and he's using the Blood Queen in order to get his revenge on Hellboy.
So Hellboy destroyed her.
No, Hellboy beat up the pig when he was a baby.
Right. There's
okay.
a backstory to the pig, but it would spoil the movie if
Okay.
we told you the
all right.
entire thing.
Yeah, well, I guess I just have to accept that this pig is
Believe
able
me,
to think like a human.
We
or-
had to also. We had to
Okay.
also.
So
Suspension of
Rudy,
disbelief.
the story. I mean, I did the best I could. How was it crafted? With King Arthur and
Look, I went out, I went to
Excalibur.
the bathroom right during the credits, and I said, okay, this is going to be a 2-hour movie. I'm excited. Let me go to the bathroom real quick and come back so I can settle in.
Okay.
Man, when I walked into the theater, I thought I walked into the wrong theater when I saw that King Arthur was on the screen, and they were trying to pull Excalibur out and whatnot, and I was like, why is King Arthur involved in this movie?
Hellboy, yeah.
And Hellboy, and it just, I mean, granted, I wasn't there from the very, very beginning, but I was there for pretty much the entire movie. So it was just very confusing to see King Arthur at the top of the movie, and I was like, what other characters are going to be involved
I
in
was
this movie?
expecting Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah,
at least.
I thought Spider-Man, I thought Black Panther was gonna make a cameo. It was like the weirdest assembly of characters for a Hellboy movie that I've ever seen. So it is just I thought it was a very big reach to get King Arthur involved.
I know.
And it didn't
Merlin
make much
and
sense.
Excalibur.
Huh.
So last night you watched the Guillermo del Toro version of Hellboy.
Right, because I do my
The
homework.
Older one.
2004.
How many
2004.
of the Hell? I feel like there have been 3.
3, yeah.
Okay.
04,
Pre-
08,
And then this one?
and then this one.
Okay.
So how was the 2004 version compared to 2019?
I mean, I'm sorry, just comparing it to the 2019 version, it's not even fair. It's not. I mean, Guillermo del Toro did a phenomenal job. Granted, it was the first time we were ever introduced to Hellboy on the big screen, so I'm sure that, that gives it a huge advantage and makes a lot of people biased.
Sure.
But the story itself was so much better. It almost felt like the visuals were better too. This one, I'm sorry, but the visuals came off as a little corny, because they were trying to do way too much magical, way too many magical sequences, and it just felt a little cheap. So the 04 version with Guillermo del Toro as the director just blows this one out of the water. It's not even fair.
So the film is over 2 hours. Was it
Yeah.
too long?
It was listen, I've never been in a movie that was too long and also rushed at the same time. The last 45 minutes of this movie, it's like they tried to cram the entire story so that you knew what was going on. It was one of those movies where the writing was basically just going to tell you the entire story instead of actually seeing it play out on the screen. They basically just listed, oh, and then Hellboy had to do this in order for this to happen, and then he had to go here, and then he had to talk to King Arthur. It's like, it felt like just a long list for like a 20-minute span where they were just kind of trying to cram the entire story in towards the end. So again, long movie, yet rushed at the same time. I never seen that before.
Like the amount of times they're like, Hellboy, this is your destiny.
Right.
Well, this is your destiny. Like, just do your destiny. We'll figure it out. Like,
it felt like we were watching a series on the Sci-Fi Channel. Because it's like it felt like it was like they only had 1 hour to tell you the entire story, you know, and it was just all crammed in there. And it was a little, that's where I became, you know, disconnected to the movie. I was like, oh, well, now they're just reading the script. They're not even giving us a movie. They're just reading us all the details.
let's talk about Sarah's BFF, Milla.
Right.
She's the bad guy.
Right.
Was she the right choice? I mean, be careful, because it's Sarah, you know.
I know.
Please don't be careful.
Listen,
be gentle.
I have literally not seen her in 25 years.
This type of role could have really been played by anybody. You know, you didn't need to be an Oscar award-winning actress to pull this one off. Her role was significant, but it's not like she had any great dialogue or any great one-liners. She just had to be.
Did she look evil?
She did, but she was also hot. You know, which I mean, for some people that works because I like evil hot girls, but I don't know if that works for everybody necessarily.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
If you're gonna cast an evil blood queen, you gotta cast like Angelica Houston or somebody who's got like a crazy look, Glenn Close.
A crazy look. That's what we needed. A crazy look.
You look at Milla Jovovich and you're like, all right, when's she gonna walk on the runway? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and they also tried to turn this into like a semi-romance between, you know, Hellboy and the Blood Queen. There was like a little romantic background there, which I just didn't buy whatsoever. Well, see, that's part of the story. That he's on the brink.
I don't really get this whole Hellboy thing.
Well, he's always on the, because he's actually from hell and he's half demon.
Yeah.
And this movie, by the way, also serves as like a prequel because it does explain a lot of his background. But yeah, again, it's in that 45-minute span where they're just trying to cram it in. So you really have to pay attention to get the details. And that's, you know, didn't make for a great experience.
So this sounds like a hard no.
Well,
we're
the
getting
film
there.
has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. What do you think of that rating?
That's 10% too much.
Oh, right.
I'd give it 1% because they actually made it. But that's about it, though. It was those 11%. I don't think that they deserve that.
Sum it all up. Let me just say this.
That is too bad.
I'm gonna be honest. This movie was bad. I walked out.
You didn't even stay to the end?
I couldn't. Here's the thing. The movie is like, it's overly demonic. It's overly bloody.
Oh, you hate that demon stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, when you're like killing kids and serving their fingers in a soup.
It was very gory.
I'm like, that's not even like.
Yeah, you don't like any kid killing.
I don't. And, you know, they're hanging in the other room on hooks.
Right.
You're like, come on.
They really try to get gory, but the thing is that if you're going to get gory, like, make it look good, at least. And some of this gore was really cheesy. That's why I'm comparing it so much to, like, a sci-fi
Like they're
series.
saying their fingers, but they really just look like hot dogs.
They were like plastic. You could tell they were like plastic fingers from the spirit store when you know, during Halloween, you go and get, like, these fake hands. Yeah, that's it, from, like, Hot Topic. They had, like blood from Hot Topic. It was the weirdest, cheesiest, gory scenes ever.
That's too bad.
It was.
Everything about this film is bad, and you know, and they wouldn't let us bring a guest.
On top of that, they gave me hell on the way in because they almost didn't let me in. They're like, sir, you really need to be on the list for this movie. And then when I walked out, I was like, you might want to revise that list and just open it up for everybody because this was not.
Because otherwise, no one's gonna see this.
This was not worth it.
Let me just say, John Weaver, I love you, but I'm sorry, I got to give this film 0 Persian Rose.
Oh, 0.
Yeah.
Not even credit for being a movie.
I can't. I just can't do it.
No,
it's so bad.
I'm with you, Hooman, 100%. If I can give it less than 0, I would. I'm giving it -1 piñatas.
Oh my God!
You're actually stealing a piñata
I'm
from a
taking
store.
a piñata home with me, and nobody can break this piñata ever because I lost 2 hours of my life. Hooman only lost like an hour and 35 of his life. You know, so you're luckier than me. But I lost 2 hours of my life. I'll never get that time back, and I just really hope that they don't even consider making a Hellboy 4.
Next week, everyone, after many requests, we're bringing Rachel back.
Hey.
Rachel.
And we're
All right.
And we're gonna review a Netflix film.
Oh. You guys are going to Netflix and chill and then come in and tell us about it?
Hey,
Little
it's,
Hulu and hang?
I want to do Wine Country, the Amy Poehler one with Tina Fey, but they said they won't let me see that this early. So it's going to be a Gina Rodriguez film called Someone Great. And I'm hoping we'll also be able to see the Elle Fanning movie Teen Spirit. So,
how is Rachel these days? Is she good?
She's good. She left her job, and she's
Did
like...
she leave her boyfriend?
I just put all her information on blast.
She left the job for the rich boyfriend.
Well, I don't know how rich he is.
Well, that's a come up.
Oh, so she for sure has a boyfriend.
Well, I mean, I think so. She doesn't post about him very much, so I don't know what's going on. It's kind of like this gray area.
Well,
we'll find out all about it next week. I can't wait.
Wow, I have so much more to say. All right.
Just putting all of Rachel's information
Say whatever
out
you
there.
want to say. I didn't want to.
So tune in next week. And then in 2 weeks, we're bringing Rudy back for Avengers.
Making me feel strong.
Endgame.
I can't wait for that, dude.
Endgame.
you're into that.
Dude, now I am, because I've been to the last 3 Marvel movies, and now I'm all in.
All right.
So I'm ready to go.
Are you gonna bring your brother-in-law?
If I have a +1, and
You
if they
do.
don't give me any crap at the door like they did for Hellboy,
You do.
we'll see. We'll see about that.
Great job, you guys.
Thank you
very
guys.
much. The Hooman and Rudy movies review.
You know it.
Alice at 97.3.